What's up? I can like sort of see. I was like, this is better. Or anything else is okay. How's it going? How are we doing today? I'm gonna figure out this Venom mask situation while people trickle in. Yeah. Oh, thank you. The mouth moves. The only problem with this mask though is that like the teeth are made from like fake nails, and I like glued them on, so on the inside it's actually like really sharp, which is why I have to wear this like balaclava situation to like not cut my whole face open. Oh my god. Here we are. There she is. You want a chest stands and back bending. We're gonna do that. And try not to chip all of my Venom teeth off. Alright. Give it like one more minute. For this scene today, y'all are gonna need obviously like your floor and a soft surface. But if you want to get set up close to a wall for more chest stand and back bending and waterfall adventures, take like another minute or so to do that. Yeah. It's a nice little Thursday night jam. Hello! Welcome to Fancy Flex and Venom today. Alright. Just gonna keep staring at my clock. Hello, hello! How are you doing? I'll stand here and like do this. Come to flex dance. Alright. Flexy humans. Quick update. Have your things close by, make sure you're really close to a wall. And let's go ahead and get started. We're gonna do a bunch of chest stands today. If there's anything else you are super interested in, feel free to drop it in the comments and I'll come and check on it and we'll be doing it. Thanks for those of you who were messaging me and like being so sweet and showing me what you were up to, by the way. I love to see it. And all right, let's do this. So go ahead, take a nice wide power stance. And take an easy shoulder circle, drawing the shoulders up to the ears, pinching the shoulder blades straight in the back, and then letting the elbows reach down towards the hips. Nice and ooey gooey. We're just gonna get right into it so we can get nice and deep into our crazy back bends later on. And reverse directions. And tuck your hands to your shoulders. Try to pull the elbows together, make a kiss at the front, up towards your ears, out to the side, and then drag them back down. And reverse. And take our hands, bring it to a nice low V. Really flick water off your fingers, send all of that energy into your hands, all the way up to your shoulders, through your ribcage, through your core. And then at the bottom, start to peel the pinkies forwards. Try to make them touch at the front. And then peel the pinkies back, rotate through the shoulder, almost thinking like you're going to make the thumbs touch, but we're not letting our chest pop out, we're keeping it in. So just a couple forwards and backwards. And then again, start to turn that into your shoulder struggle, now keeping the arms straight. And reverse. Go back to your first direction, and now make your arms go up through like a little T shape, and then drag it back down. And reverse. Bring it up, and pull it in. Final round like this. We're going to take our arms, we're going to bring it to a nice big Y shape. So this should land like here-ish, not like next to your ears. So you can up, externally rotate, drag it out, rinse and repeat. And reverse. Next time your arms are down, medium grip, bring your hands to your hips. And start to bend the knee right over the toe, and then come back up to the same thing to the other side. Just keep shifting your weight back and forth. And then stand straight on two legs. Take the whole body a little bit forwards and then a little bit backwards. Feel the weight shifting into your toes while still driving the heels in towards the ground. So maybe let them rise up a little bit less. Go for 3, 2, and 1. Go back to your side-to-side shift. And next time you're stopping on one leg, we're going to stamp that heel down and try and point that opposite foot, and then switch. Just feel bend, shift, and extend. After taking these weight shifts, start to feel your belly pulling in through your spine. Feel your glutes squeezing or stamping that heel into the ground to stay nice and grounded. And make your steps a little bit smaller. And just slowly bring the feet all the way together. Plant one foot down on the ground. Heel the opposite foot up. Bring the front of the foot straight out in front of you like you're pressing into the ball of the foot. And then point, and then bring it back down, back to the heel. Really feel the toes working. Feel the underside of the foot. Feel the calves. If you want to do anything else with your arms, you're welcome to do it. I just like this. And just make it a little bit faster. Without the full point, just go into the ball of the foot, come up and back down. We're going to give our feet a nice workout so that they can support us for our waterfalls. Next time you are even, start where they are. Take one foot, point it straight out in front of you, and then flex and point. Again, feeling that supporting leg, grounding, really, really strong. And then take some circles. And reverse. And bring that foot back down, squish the weight to that foot, extend, flex and point. Our legs are still parallel, everything is still pointing straight forwards. And circle it out. And reverse. And put that foot back on straight. Toe heel your feet out until they are about hips width apart. And then soften your knees, stay towards the heels. And then slide your hands down towards your thighs until you can grab either on the front of your leg or reaching around to grab behind your legs. Scoop your pelvis, make your body nice and round, take your chin to your chest, and just shake your head no. And take a yes. Let your neck be nice and relaxed. Take a big breath, let it fill your entire belly. And as you exhale, pull the belly in, pull the ribs in, become even rounder. Press it even deeper into your legs for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stamp the heels down, stay tucked, roll one vertebra at a time for 5, 4, 3, in here, and in here, 2, and 1. Sit into your heels, now opposite direction. Send your booty back, pull the core in, and now try and pull your chest through your arms, feel your back starting to work. Grab either again where you were before, and then let the head pull back, chin out to the ceiling. Take a big breath in, push your belly out, and as you exhale, try and make that arch even more dramatic. Go for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stamp the heels down and gather the roots in. Unwind everything, bringing it back to neutral. Very nice. Okie dokes. Just take a couple of cats and cows, staying nice and soft in the legs. Just kind of arching it out and rounding it out. And add the arms. Next time you're in your arch, stay in your arch, stamp the heels down. Keep sitting your booty back. And then tuck the pelvis. Press to the sky, core engage for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come on back to neutral. Take your hands, find your neck. And then try and start to pull down on the skin. Keep your shoulders plugged away from your ears. Take an easy head circle. Start to draw your jawbone past your face like a bulldog at the top. And reverse. Take one more. And then next time you're feeling even at the center, stay there. Soften the legs, toes out to the side. Bring your hands behind your legs to really press the legs into the hands. Feel the hip muscles working. And then sink until your knees are directly over your toes. Hands can be here, they can do any other thing they want as long as they are under control. Stamp the heels down, squeeze the legs together, and then try and rise in front of the balls of the feet, and then bring it back down. 4 more times like this. Here you go. And rise. For 3. And up. Just mind up. 2. Last one. Cool. Sit into your plie. Take your hands out to the side. Externally rotate hands behind the head. Really sink nice and deep. But again, make sure that we're not collapsing. We're still resisting the down. Big lift through the spine. Send the right elbow to the right knee. And then bring it back up to the center, to the left, and center. Try to keep your body pointing straight in front the whole time. Keep your chest nice and broad. This is 3. And 3. 2. And 2. One more. Come on back through the center, straighten both legs. Give yourself a little shake. One time in each direction. And then meet me back in your squat. Knees over toes, lifting, resisting. Bring yourself to your first side, elbow towards your chest. And then you can release the hand. And then start to extend that top arm either straight up or try to reach it past your ear. If you still want more, you're going to extend that bottom arm. Keep sitting that opposite butt into the ground. Hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Gather everything, sit straight back up. And come on back down to your squat. I love these leg warm-ups. They are death. Extend, extend. Bottom shoulders moving forward, rib cage extending. Hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and bring it up. Extend. Now instead of going back down, turn all of your toes towards the front. Keep your hips right where they are. Sweep the arms out towards the side. You can bring this bottom arm to your hip if you want it, or to your thigh. But make sure that nothing weird is happening over here. So we're out here. We're going to take our support if we want it, or draw the opposite arm up for a big juicy side bend. From your side bend, start to pretend there's a little table underneath your bottom shoulder. You're going to rotate, gather everything in, and then take this armpit, scoop it under, and then turn back to face the front. 4 more times. Round and up. For 3. One with your arm. 2. And 1. Next time you're in the side, come on back up. Circle everything out. Same thing, other side. Taking your arms, taking your side bend. Being careful to not crunch or sit into your opposite hip. then go ahead, start to round it out. And reside. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. And bring it all the way back up. Circle it out. One more thing, we've got to go through our side. So, I recommend starting with your hand on your side, on your hip or your thigh for this one, just to give yourself a little bit of extra support. It requires a lot of active ab strength to make this back bend happen without doing one of these. So make sure you're really scooping your pelvis, squeezing your booty, and grounding through your legs. So I'm going to show the hand version. I'm going to go through that exact same side bend. And now instead of going down, I'm going to pull this top, not my arm, don't flap it. Try to think about leading from the shoulder so that your collarbones can start to point up towards the ceiling and your hips can still point forward. So we're taking this weird little side twist moment. So it looks a little bit like this. We're going to the side and the ceiling. And if you want to do this with 2 straight arms, this bottom armpit is going to scoop up even more. Go for 4, 3, 2, and 1. And gather it up, shake it out. Same thing, other side. Sweep or here, side bend, find your seam, leading with the top shoulder, bottom armpit coming forwards. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And bring it up. And shake it out. Take your hands, interlace them behind your back. And now make a fist. Push that fist down towards the floor. Making sure we're not collapsing to the front. We're scooping and gathering everything in. Try to pull your pinky side up behind you without, again, letting them get this out. It's going to want to. And then not actually go anywhere. Just pulse your pinky side up towards the ceiling for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now, we're going to sit into our hips, stick the booty out, keep the core engaged, and try and come forward with a flat back. Stay hollow, stay parallel here. Pinkies to the front for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. 2 more things. Now, start to straighten your legs or sit here if you're happy, but allow your chest to close over your thighs. If you want to straighten your legs, try to pull your pinkies towards the floor. You can. Make sure your hands aren't flying apart. Keep pulling the heels of the hands together. Pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And heels to booty. Arch it up. At the very tippy top, we're just going to be here. Just like we did earlier, we're going to just unscoop our booty. Let the chest come towards the ceiling. And start to push your hands down towards the floor, making sure to use that active core engagement to not let yourself collapse into this first back bend. Let your hips come forward. So take a second to really gather that weight into the balls of the feet, keeping the heels grounded, strong, straight legs. Lifting, extending. And push. Your hands can come to your thighs, or they can come straight down. If you want to go a little bit further, if you're ready, you can. Go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, tuck your pelvis, come on up, and release your hands. Take some little cactus arms. If you have a lot of feelings in your shoulders, definitely I'm just gonna say wave it out. And reverse. Opposite arm. And reverse. Alright. Maybe back in your second position, grand plie or sumo squat or power squat, whatever you're calling it. Hands to the hips. Just making sure that again that both hip stones are nice and even. Then slice the arms out to the side. Now everything's going to move in one piece. We're going to lift one heel. Gather everything in to the side. Squeeze it together. And then come back to the center. Lower the heel. Opposite side. This is 4. This is 3. is 2. Last 1. Cool. Find the floor, toes forward, booty back. And just plant the hands, easy finger eight out of the hips. Start to turn your toes back out. And then you need a nice high lunge. So taking the weight into one side, starting to slide that sit foot out more gracefully than I'm doing because my mat doesn't slide. And then take some little rocks side to side. Knees and toes are pointing up towards the ceiling. Straight leg foot can point or flex, so long as it's doing it on purpose. Check in with your core and check in with your spine to make sure both are nice and active. Next time you are on your right side, go ahead, stay there, plant your hands and start to flex that foot, rotate, turn all the way in. Plant your hands to the inside of that front left foot and then find your plank. So you can either lift, slide that foot back, and then pull yourself back forward, or you can just push through the arms, retract from the shoulders, and then take that foot straight back. Shoulders together, shoulders apart. Go for 5, 4, 3, 2, and toes come down, knees come down. Take an arch, sitting back into the heels, and our elbows are going to come straight down, so we drop. We're going to pull our shoulders down like we're actually doing a pull-up. Drag, 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 drag. Once the shoulders are over the hands, big push. Keep pulling those shoulders together. Hold it here. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. One more time. Round it up, sit back, take your arch, elbows come down, drag it forward, and push for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Final round, often do this with your plank legs, so straight legs instead of knees to the floor. I'm going to send my booty up. I'm going to take my arch, booty up. Drag, 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 and push. And try to make this arch as high as I can. Go for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. If your knees are down, tuck the toes, pick them up, find your inverted V, and then shred up the feet. The leg that is closer to the camera, so the one that stayed straight when I rotated here, that one's going to stay planted. The opposite leg is going to kick straight out behind me. Toes and knees point down towards the floor, square everything up, and just kick that heel straight up. Now when we're flexing that back foot, let the hips unstack, but keep your shoulders pointed towards the floor. If the ribs have flared open, try to gather them in, even if that means your leg doesn't go as high. Just pulse. Number 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let that heel go behind you. Let your shoulders go to the opposite direction. So I'm allowing your hip to open up. I'm still pushing through the arms, so I'm not collapsing, going flat. Option to kick around butt if you want it. Next time your heels into your butt, leave it there. Gather everything back in. Push round spine. Knee to nose. Hold. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and foot in between your hands. Hands to the inside of the foot. Rotate all the way back. Let's do all of that on the other side. How exciting. Flex the foot, hands to the inside. Rotate to the opposite. Clench your hands. And big push. Make your way back to your plank. This time, keep yourself grounded, keep your shoulders protracted, and then take some dips. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Knees down, untuck your toes. Sit back on your heels. And now press your palms into the floor. Flying your straight arms to your chest, round spine. Go all up as high as you possibly can. At the very start, reverse away to the opposite side, so booty back. Take your arch, elbows down, and big push. Resist the roundness until the very last second. And then really gather it in. One more. And whenever you reach here again, tap your toes, knee to the sky. Turn up the feet to ground your front leg. Back leg square towards the floor. Kick it up and pulse. Ground that bottom leg, unstack the hips, point or flex, shoulders stay square, and pulse. Top leg goes forward, shoulders can start to point back for a big juicy back bend and twist. Off to the kick your own butt, if you want it. Next time your heels in your booty, leave it there. Drag everything in. Knee to nose. Push, drag, round it out. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Slide back out again in there. Bring everything all the way back in. And then maybe back in the center. How fun. How are you feeling? I hope you're feeling okay. So to make your stance a little bit smaller, just all of the fuzz off of your yoga mat. Oh my god. And come back up to standing. So we're gonna do a round of like circles. The first round of circle, this is all like a standing exercise. So if this is something you haven't like done before, go with the version that you can control. I'm gonna keep making arm suggestions and like level suggestions. And if it works for you, great. If it doesn't, don't worry about it. We're gonna do 5 in each direction. So option number 1 is leaving the hips where they are, moving just the head and the rib cage. So this is staying really still. And I'm just kind of like doing one of these, yeah? Isolation, very important. Option number 2 is I can start to add the hips. Notice how the hips really have to counterbalance a whole lot in order to, oh, thank you. Notice how the hips are going to have to counterbalance a lot, and the feet are going to have to do a lot of work to make your like upper body not like throw you to the side. After that, any variation of arms, adding a lever, so you can leave your hands at your hips, being either side. If you want to make it more challenging, hands can either ground, or you can have this or an object into your hands, such as a yoga block or a handstand block. Start with an easier one and then work your way up. So if you're going for the craziest option, you're gonna start at the front. Actually, I'll show you the directions. So far today. So you lift the arms, lean one side up, chest to the sky, feel that arch, keep scooping this in, to the other side, and then all the way back to the center. That one might look easy. It's the challenge to keep your pelvis really, really still so this isolation can occur. You need it a lot for your chest stands and for your waterfalls. The crazier options, I'll actually show you this one because this one's kind of nuts, is you add your hips, you add your forward fold. Now I'm going to drag over to one side. Go through this little rounded moment and then scoop through our side bend. You can try and get to the side, you can, your hips are allowed to move here. And then continue that scoop. Through the back, through the side, and then regather everything back in as we turn to face your legs at the bottom. Does anybody have any questions about that before we attempt it? Feel free to say no. But we're going to try and take 5 in either direction. Pick the one that is most interesting to you, or least. You might find it's very interesting. I'm just going to do one with a bunch of different levels so you can kind of see what's going on. So again, the easier version, easier, is and opposite side. And add into the hips. Fold it out. My arms are just gonna kind of be floppy and dead. And opposite side. And more challenging is arms. So again, I'm gonna go here. And reverse. And arms either apart. For that one you can do like a big Y shape, that helps a lot too. So I'm gonna keep extending it with my hands on the ground. So you have this big juicy feet going out. To the side. And scooping. And opposite. And my least favorite option is with an object, because that one holds you accountable, especially if your arms are trying to bend. So push that bad boy away. Your arms are trying to bend. Hopefully you've done 5. I have done 5. So finish up the version that you are doing. We are going to be moving on to lunges and splits and more exciting neck things, shoulder things, and back bending. Like 30 seconds. If you need your objects, please go ahead and grab your objects, such as these, and put them somewhere near your mat that's close by. Cut my face off. Like the teeth are really, really sharp. So if I let them like touch my face, I am probably gonna bleed. So you guys might get a really exciting, like, boring show today. Okay. Take your wide power stance. Take your nice long ninja lunge, and maybe on your first side. So here's our lunge. Place your hands on either side of that front foot and the objects if the floor feels far away. Straighten the back front leg just a tiny bit, just to make sure you're really scooping and lengthening through everything. As you slide deeper and deeper and deeper, go for a little rock here. Making sure that back, this hip right here, the one in the front, is really squeezing, and this hip of the front leg is pulling back. So you're trying to pretend your legs are like a pair of scissors. If you're happy here, you're gonna stay here and let that be your challenge. If you want more, you're gonna start to reach the hands behind you, 1, 2, and then look straight out in front, out of your chest. Try to stack the torso directly over the legs. If you still want more of a challenge, bring your arms up, and then take that back bend. One for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and gather back together. Find the floor, back knee down onto your toes, stick up over the back hip. Find somewhere where you can stay really extended through your spine, so like cat, cow style without letting your belly flop down. And then once you're down here, just tuck some points out front foot. Keep your head in line with the rest of your spine so you're not like meh or meh. And then hang on to your flex, take it out, big toe in, pinky toe out. Square everything off. Nice and easy. Work your way up to a balance. Bring your arms either here or over your head. Flat back, core engaged. Big lift. We're going to extend and hold for 10, Both first, you can go before this happens, or you can really stay here without arching, just long. Go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and find the floor. Now, round your spine, stitch your body back, and then see how far you can crawl out before your body starts to want to do this again. So we're trying to push, stay contracted. If you want more of a challenge, start to try and lift that front foot off the floor. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Find the floor. Come on back to your lunge. And then try to stack yourself over the thigh instead of the knee. If you want to like pull up some padding, go ahead and do so. Or you can just kind of rock a little bit deeper over that front like toe. Just be careful if this hurts your knee. Go for the padding option. Top option too, make sure your belly's not coming in so you can really engage your butt. Squeeze the heel. And back down. Go for 3, 2, and 1. And nice and easy. Find the floor. Tuck your toes. Extend the 2 straight legs. And then bend that back leg, drive that front leg forward, sit back on the heel, and then flex. Taking one final extended hamstring feeling right here. If you still want more, you can start to rock onto that front foot and then just sit into that hip. Making sure that we're really lengthening. Go for 10, 9, maybe rock it out. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Extend, come on through the center. Same thing to the other side. Find your lunge. Take a second to really lift it, gather it in, and then slide, extend, back butt cheek engage, front butt cheek trying to pull back. If the floor is far away, take your address. If you're happy here, you're gonna stay here. If you want more, the hands are gonna come back. We're gonna look forward, lift, keep sinking, but keep resisting and lifting, adding the arms or adding the back bend. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and bring it on back. Find the floor, back knee down, foot untucked, walk your hands back, frame that front leg, flex and point, find the feeling in your hamstring, making sure that our glute is pulled back, our core stays engaged, our front leg is straight, hamstring, knee pit, going down through the floor into your neighbor's house. Next time that foot is flexed, rock it out. Try to leave the shoulders still and move just the hips. And stay right where you are. Just walk your way up to your balance. We're either here with our objects or arms up, gathering everything in handstand style, flat back, hinging just from the hip. Stay lift and go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and find the floor. Top back, walk your hands forward, keep sitting that back. You can still focus on being long as well as contracted. And then option to try and lift, but only if your hands are going past your foot. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and okay. Final lunge. I don't want to feel fast today. I just feel like being really fast. Keep squaring it up. Keep squeezing. Walk your hands up. Find something that's solid. Make sure we're really tucking, gathering everything in. And then heel to beauty. Toe to floor. Again, being careful in your knee if your knee hates this. Don't push it. Grab a padding. Or just hang on your lunge. Do another 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Find the floor, take your hands, tuck the toes, extend, and come on back to the center. Just squeeze the feet together. If you do not have objects, grab something, or just have like a soft surface for your chin. If you want to elevate your hands or your forearms, that is an option. I recommend trying that because if you have any kind of hyperextension, Your elbows might hit the floor before like your hands do, and it allows your shoulders to cheat. So what we want to feel for this next shoulder exercise is our chest expanding and our shoulders also expanding, and then our head lengthening as opposed to crunching. Yeah? You see the crunch, you know the crunch. The crunch does not feel very good. So from the side, take your hands out. I recommend spreading your fingers or get elevating up. Take your arch and then push that arch all the way back into your hips. So you should feel the difference between being like and actively pushing, actively arching, after feeling far. We're going to try and look up past your shoulders, but then keep pushing so that your chest goes down as opposed to your head going up, allowing your shoulder angle to stay open. If you're happy here, you're going to stay here. If you want more, you can start to allow your chest to come in towards the floor. If I bend my elbows, the idea is that they go straight down and not out to the side. So you can also try a couple of times this little like rotation and scoop. You can also roll onto the outside edge of the hand. I find that tends to help my shoulders behave or like communicate a little bit better. So I'm going here. We're going to do the back bend. Whenever I'm achieving, hold it for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and plant the hands. Push, louder, strong arms, strong shoulders. You can interlace your hands behind your head and just take a note for a second. Go to the wall, you can either take your hands underneath your chin like this, like a little pretzel. You can put a block underneath your chin or any amount of like elevation that you like. Or you can do the thing you did before. If that was like the most for you, then like please keep doing that. That is the thing you want to be doing. Only go to like a higher block level if your chest is really comfortably on the floor. If you feel like you're gonna die, or like you're really high, then like making it higher isn't really gonna do that much for you. So like you can meet your body where it's at. I promise it will get better with practice. Hands can do the same thing. So they're gonna walk up. You're gonna place your block underneath your chin. Here we are. Make sure it's underneath your actual chin and not underneath your neck so you don't choke and die. Once you've found your spot, 10 little pulses, chest to the floor, ass even higher. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, hold the last one. Try to lift your chin off the downward edge. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Alright. Delightful. Thank God that's over. Right. Really quick splits. If you want to do an oversplit, you're welcome to do an oversplit. If you're like, I would like to lunge today, feel free to continue to do your lunges. If you want to take a pigeon, take a pigeon. If you want to like take a nap for the splits, take a nap. We're going to start from a regular lunge. Just go ahead and slide it out. 15 seconds trying to float, and then 15 seconds to either hang out in your ego split, let it unsquare, your square split, or any variation with or without a back bend. Again, you want to think about we're scooping and lifting with my ass is back here. My back has a lot fewer spaces to go, so the more I can get it tucked up and under, the more of a stretch you get along the front of that back hip, and the more availability you have to do your actual back bend. So, there it is. So go ahead and get set up. I'm gonna get yoga blocks so I don't have to put this under my knee. I feel like an idiot. It's gonna be great. Timer is starting in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Lift together and settle. Hands next to the hips. 4, 3, 2, and lift together. Square it off. Strong legs. Front heel, front hamstring into the floor. Option to try and play patty cake with the floor or go for a balance. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and let it go. Settle down. Whatever you're taking, you can take some body waves. You have another 10 or so seconds left. You can try and live in your back bend. For 5, 4, 3, 2. Plant your hands, tuck your toes in your back foot, and then push together everything in. Slide that front foot all the way around. And let's switch to the other side. Back leg was higher, front leg was sort of lower. Take about 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. You guys start. I'm getting off my wall. And go. Lift, gather, square, all that business. If you want to balance, play patty cake. 2, and let it go, let it settle down. Take whatever back bends things you want to take. You have another count of 5, 4, 3, 2, hands to the floor, back foot toe, push, gather, and sweep. Right, very nice. Let's take a quick straddle, because we did all of that fun turnout and hip opener at the beginning. Knees and toes pointed up towards the ceiling. Make sure your legs are nice and straight. Flex and point a couple of times. Then you're back into the knee pits and towards the floor. And now keep that leg straight. Straight one leg. Try to stay really long and not go for more of a roundness than an arc. Start with your hands close to your hips and walk them a little bit closer to your foot if this is really easy for you. From your biggest, craziest, nastiest straddle, pick up that leg 10 times. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Keep your spine long to walk to the center. And then same thing to the other side. Shoulders are square towards the floor, you're not in the outside the moment. Go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Walk those legs a little bit closer together. Find a gentle little beat. And then frame leg number 1. Again, the harder you are, the more challenging it is. Chin to your chest, face to the leg. Go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. If I do it right elbow, it's going to go straight down, not out to the side. Just like with our shoulders. And go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Alright, last one. Worst one yet. Belly in good. Hands to either side of that front leg. The farther you go, the more it stops. Take one leg up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Leg number 2. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Give yourself a little shake. Thank God for abs. Always so many abs whenever you want to do back bending. Okay, now move your things to the wall. If we are not about the waterfall or chest stand lifestyle today, there are many exciting wall exercises that you can do while still activating all of those muscles, just kind of from a different perspective. So, I'm gonna go right to my buzzer. So this big wide, this open chest, or maybe it's a tiny wide, as long as their shoulders can stay where they want to stay, you're gonna make that happen on the wall. Your legs are gonna be like, maybe hips are the part that can go wider if they need to, if you want to get like a little bit deeper into your stretch. So this is like, I don't want to do this on the floor option. I just want to kind of be on my chest and not have a meltdown. Same idea for your chin. You want to lengthen as much as possible. So I'm pushing it like I'm doing a handstand. My shoulders are pinned, my shoulders are pushing. I'm saying hello to the ceiling. I let my chest come into the wall. Notice how my pelvis starts off tucked. And I can untuck and sit with that booty back, drag my chest all the way down. Make sure your chest and chin stay on the whole time. If you want, you can try and lift your chin up and off the wall. And also, bend the legs and move forward. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Plant the hands, big push, gather it up, tuck, and fully, always gathering everything together whenever you come out of that particular stretch. That's option number 1. That can be as easy or not easy as you would like it to be. Option number 2 is you're going to work on your waterfalls. You can start to put your hips into the wall. So again, like we did with your crazy Circle Town USA, this just allows you to have something in front of your hips so your feet don't have to worry about taking all the weight. But keep the legs engaged. Don't let them fully go flat to the wall, because then you'll go backwards and you don't want that necessarily. So feet can be no wider than your yoga mat, but they don't have to be together by any stretch. Hips width apart is probably the smallest you want to go for now. So I'm going to tuck and then pelvic thrust my wall, like you would do for a cobra on the floor. Your hands can be caught at tit height. We're going to take that lift, or you can start here if you want to use more muscles. Lift and arch. My hips are both fully going forward. I'm going to try to pull my chest open. If I still want to keep going, I can reach my arms all the way out and try and find this heavy waterfall. When I'm ready to come back, I can come back. Or do the sit up from hell and just like with option number 1. Option number 2 is you're going to do that option number 3 is you do this facing away from the wall. So you go into your waterfall. You will take your amazing standing back bend that we did earlier, and you're going to make your hands go to your wall. That can be coming around, with our swim. That can be reaching up overhead. Just kind of make sure that you have a lot of leverage with your hands, so that way you can support yourself as much as possible. So, I don't know. It's going to go well. We're gather, strong, engaged, totally thrust. Alright, there it is. Here's the wall. I'm going to start to walk down until I find the floor. If my hands hate being on the floor, put your objects underneath your hands, or roll up your mat into a little cinnamon roll and put it underneath the heel of your hand to make that easier on your wrists. And you're going to practice trying to get your chest to the wall, and then taking the weight into your feet, and starting to look up and do that scoop that we did to make your face go towards your heels, and your top of your head to go towards your butt. All of your back muscles are engaging to make this happen. So even if my feet are not close to my hands, I don't know where they are because I can't see. Big push, titties to the wall. Maybe try and straighten your legs. And then take the weight into your feet. Look, shoulders back, gather. Hello, where are they? Options are the arms if you want it. If that's too easy, hands closer to your heels. Whatever. As many times as you want. Gather top. That's your next kind of crazy round. If you are interested in the exit that we did on Tuesday, that one you're going to go onto your chest. So basically where you were for our chest stretch earlier. I didn't really have like a good entrance for this one, so here it goes. Walk your feet up. And here we are. So, hands are going to be here, shoulders in, or here if you want to die. The hands are going to help you. So try it like this first. Pretend like you have your hips pressed into the wall, and then try to move your butt up over your head by taking your arch. Out for you, you're going to add an extension of that back leg. As long as it doesn't go to the side, I don't have a preference today if it's stacked or not, but make sure that it's under control and not like doing one of these. Many times that's interesting to you. And then finally you can add your second leg, in which the closer you are, like the less you have to like, do work to make that happen. So what it feels like when you add the second leg, someone asked me a question about how like the float movement. So if you're close to the wall, you have to do less work to get that second leg up and over. What the float feels like is it's like that arch. It starts from like underneath your chest and it comes up, and then that first leg is like this guy. So your first leg is like being this guy really, really hard. Yeah? I'm holding that arch, I'm maintaining that arch. I'm trying to keep it stacked so my hips are over my head. That has to like stay engaged. Because the second that curve comes undone is when you flop back. Yeah? You can hang on to that long enough to get your second leg up and over. You can kind of find that float without having to do any of like the scary, crazy flopping that we often have to do when we're learning chest hands. I will show you one time, and then that's that. So, I'll say from here we are, and I split. Second leg up. And that's for your cool down. You don't have to do anything today because I'm out of time. Thank you so much for being here. If you have any questions, I would love to share them. I'd love to see what you're up to. Stay flexy. Thanks for being here. See you Sunday.